And we have 30 days until my nephew's wedding in Porto. And I got to tell you, this has been kind of a challenging week. Um, for a lot of I kind of fell down a lot this week. Uh, it probably shows I'm kind of getting to where I had sort of plans of things I was going to do, but they were going to take some time, and I just didn't feel like I had the time to do a lot of these things. So then I ended up trying to come up with something that I could do fast and quick to make sure I got something out every day. And so this week, it was one of those weeks. It was kind of a great week in a lot of ways. It was just kind of crazy. So there's so many things, of course, that I'm working on kind of all at the same time. I've been kind of following a program, and I've done great on it. I actually, in the previous 50-day challenge, I started this 50 days of fitness, and I've been keeping that up. But this week, I had all these things at work that I needed to work on, and I just felt like I didn't have the time to dedicate to any of that. So this week, I haven't worked out at all. So that fitness thing, and it was also my birthday week. Yesterday was my birthday, and so for my birthday, I broke my sugar fast. And which is fine. I mean, that's great, I guess. I've been following this super strict diet, really, and I've had honestly amazing results. I've lost like nearly 20 pounds so far this year. But that was with this very strict diet: no pasta, no potatoes, no rice, no bread, no fruits, no added sugars, no sweets. It's a very strict diet. And I got my A1C in the normal range for the first time in years. So I'm no longer pre-diabetic. But I broke my fast for my birthday. And I was kind of planning on going back to normal today. Once you break that fast, it's really hard. Or at least it is for me. And I did pretty well, but I thought, I had all this stuff. I had a great birthday, and I had a piece of cake, and I had some rice, and I had a bagel, and those were all great, but I didn't have any real ice cream. And I thought, I really kind of want to have some ice cream for my birthday. And even though it was a day later, I had ice cream tonight. And so now I got to get back on this tomorrow, or I'm going to undo all the work that I've done. But so in terms of fitness, in terms of walking, in terms of diet, I just didn't quite get everything together. I did a fair amount of Portuguese this week. I do a little bit of that pretty much every day. So I guess I got that done. But some of the other stuff, I just really felt like I was falling down a lot this week. Part of it also is doing a daily video. It doesn't seem like much, and some days it's just kind of really easy, but some days it's not, and things go wrong. When I was even just kind of putting this together, I knew that I hadn't done one yet, but I looked up and it's getting late in the day, and I thought I gotta get something out. And you start putting things together, and my batteries are dead on some of my microphones, and I can't find my tripod, and I can't. It's like everything's just kind of falling apart here. And I will say that this is the third 50-day challenge that I've done kind of in a row. I've had a little break in between them, but not a lot, maybe a week or 10 days between each one. And it's it's demanding, and I'm honestly, you know, I'm pretty much just kind of turning on the camera and doing something. But even just doing that, so if I do something like this and forget about the time to set everything up and forget about finding your equipment and forget about all that stuff, typically a video is 10 or 12 minutes, and then usually you kind of need to listen to it again, so you sort of double it to make sure that the sound and all went through, and then you upload it. And sometimes it uploads really fast in just a minute or two, but I've had some times where it might take an hour or so to upload, and I'm not exactly sure why it takes so long sometimes. And the other thing is I think of things and then I realize, wait a minute, I don't really have a way to do that. So like I thought I should do one when I'm doing Duolingo, but I do Duolingo on my phone, and my phone is also my camera. It's like I don't know how to do that. I don't have a separate camera. So it is a little bit of a grind putting one of these out every day. I haven't really I did a day or two at the very beginning where I was working on trying to do the dance videos and learning the steps, but the last few days, I haven't really found the time to do that. So I would say this has been a bit of a challenging week. I mean, I still have 30 days, so I'm in good shape, I know. I think as much as anything is that I feel like the videos are kind of suffering here. I got to admit, when I kind of commit to doing it every day, I'm really trying to make that commitment, but sometimes, or really more than I would like, that I find that it's like you just need to turn on the camera and do something and get it done. And I think that it probably shows in the videos. So in these videos, I guess the first two sets, there's 50 days, so there's 100 videos there. And here we are, this is day 30, so there's another 20 videos here. So I've done 122 videos this year for this. And I will say I am learning some things. I've done a little bit of editing, not a lot, but a little bit. And so I've learned that a little bit. That really can use some more help. I have been doing editing in some different places as well to kind of learn. And Canva, I think, is the easiest one. I've done some on YouTube Studio, which is, I think, a little bit harder, maybe just because I don't understand it. Also on some of the apps that are on my phone, iMovie, but it is funny. They each do it a little bit differently. And I've done it before where I've tried to piece together clips from each of those, and sometimes I don't have it set up right where they're all in the same format. And so that sometimes, and another thing I did, I've done this before, but I don't do it that often. I've gotten on Google Earth Studio, which I love. And I thought, I'm going to do all of the places that we're going to try to look at while we're in Porto on Google Earth Studio, and kind of have a zoom in and a fly around feature, and just kind of incorporate that into a video. And one Saturday, I spent, I don't know, quite a while, an hour or two or three, looking up all of the places, putting it on Google Earth Studio, getting it done, downloading all of the videos. And so they're little clips, somewhere around 30 seconds or so. And so the idea was we would go and we would zoom into the spot, and then I might do some stuff about that spot and kind of talk about some of the tours I was thinking about doing. And so I saved them all, and then I came back for them, and I couldn't find them. I don't know where they are. They're on my computer somewhere, but I can't find them to save my life. And I thought, I mean, I was sure that it was in my download file, but it's not. And I was trying to search for them, and I just couldn't find them. So, there's the part about getting ready for Portugal. There's, which is learning Portuguese. It's the getting ready, getting in shape in terms of, both in terms of looking good, but also in terms of being able to get around easy and making kind of the travel and the hikes and the tours fun and as effortless as possible. And, the fun stuff with family and the tourism and all that. But another part of this, kind of behind all of this, is the video part. And I'm struggling a little bit with the video part. So I kind of keep thinking I've just got to stick with this, and I'll be glad I did, because I do think that in doing it, I'll learn more. But at the same time, when you're rushing to get something out, it's like, how much am I really learning there? Because I'm not really learning new stuff there, because I really can't. It's like, if I'm going to get it out, I need to do the stuff I already know how to do and just get it done. I've been falling down this week. I can't deny it. I can't deny it. So, wow. One of the things in terms of like the video kind of stuff, I realize, and I have kind of learned this, it's like, it would be a lot easier if I batched them and I did a whole bunch of them in a day or two and just kind of released them every day. But that is kind of a little bit at odds with the idea of what you accomplish over 50 days. And so I guess maybe I'm having a little bit of a hard time with that as well, because part of this thing is this, what you can accomplish in 50 days. And sometimes you just have to deal with that, the fact that things don't always go right. And I think that, kind of extending that a little bit further, it's like, I don't know that, it's like, I want it to be kind of a fun thing for people to watch and see. And I don't really know that when it's going like this, that the videos are fun to watch or see. And it's like, I feel like I want to do something to satisfy people who are watching these as well. And not just me. I mean, I want to be proud of it. I want to be that way. But it's like, are you even putting out stuff that people are interested in watching? I don't know. So it's been kind of a tough week. I wouldn't say that it's been a failure, because I have done some stuff. I mean, I do some stuff every day, generally, especially the Portuguese. I work on the Portuguese pretty much every single day. I have not been working on the dance stuff every day. I haven't. I've been pretty good. I haven't been on the fitness part this time. I have been okay on the diet until yesterday and today, and I gotta be careful. I just can't fall off that wagon, or I'll start gaining weight again really fast, and I don't want that to happen. I gained 5 pounds back on my birthday. But I think that's birthday pounds. I don't think they're going to be long. As long as I don't keep eating like that, I think it'll probably take a few days to kind of settle back down where I was. But it's been kind of a tough week. So anyway, well, that's my video for today. There's 30 days left. Tomorrow we break 30. We're in 29, and we're just a little more than 4 weeks away to my nephew's wedding. And that's it for tonight. Have a great day, everybody. Bye.